Girona 0, Real Madrid 3. So, Barcelona just dropped points by drawing 2-2 to Real Betis, and now Real Madrid had this opportunity to win this game and go into a further distance of going to the top of the table, in which if Real Madrid win their last remaining game in hand, they will go on top of the table. So before the game was played, this was the starting 11. As you can see, a lot of changes. Arda Güler starting, Brahim starting, and Tchouaméni starting ahead of Raúl Asensio. And I was a bit upset here. I was thinking, why bench Asensio? He's in good form. He's doing good now, sure. In the Athletic match, we did lose that match. But I didn't think that Tchouaméni would change anything. And when the match began, Girona were dominating. Real Madrid couldn't do anything in this match. It was so disappointing to watch. You're seeing Girona get shots on target. You're seeing Bellingham being a road runner, running all over the pitch, trying to make tackles. He's the only one pressing. While you have Arda Güler, Mbappe, Brahim, they barely pressing. And Bellingham actually did get frustrated many times. He even argued with Arda Güler about all kinds of things. And overall the team was disappointing. Mbappe played with the worst amount of confidence. I think he's actually crumbling under the pressure, because that first half was one of his worst performances ever. Multiple times when he had the ball, he almost slipped. He miscued passes, and overall you can see this is not Mbappe that we know about. I think he played worse in this first half than he ever did against Liverpool, Villarreal, and Bilbao. But overall, when it comes to this match, the best player in this game was Jude Bellingham. He took his goal well. If you take that away, he still had a solid display, pressing a lot, doing some great tackles and passes. He even grabbed an assist for Arda Güler. So Bellingham had a very good display, and now he has scored his 5th goal of the season. And now he is well and truly back to his form. I'm happy that we saw a great display from the team for the very first time, because even though the team won many games before, we've not seen a solid display from defense to attack for the entire season. And when we talk about players who performed, we have to talk about Arda Güler, because in the first half, he was played as a wingback. The guy was making all kinds of tackles, even getting cooked at one point. Miguel Gutierrez cooked him while Arda Güler was trying to defend. But overall, Güler also made one great tackle against one of the Girona players. And then the guy topped it all off with a great goal, in which Jude Bellingham put the pass through. Arda Güler gets on the ball, and a fantastic finish. I'm telling you, Arda Güler's finishing is so underrated. I swear, whenever this guy gets a big chance, he tucks it away. And after this Güler goal is when we saw not just Güler, not just the entire Real Madrid squad, but we saw Kylian Mbappe also start to grow some confidence. And it led to his goal. Because we're all talking about Kylian Mbappe scoring his goal, and it was a good finish. But we need to talk about Luka Modric. He was so good. This guy was so good in this game. And sure, defensively is not the best, but he played his role very well. In this game, he played as a deep line playmaker, and he made some very good passes. And people were criticizing Mbappe for the past month. Actually, since the season began, I was even one of them, even though I changed my mind. Mbappe, after that goal, was free-flowing, passing the ball about, dribbling. I think Mbappe is back after that performance. And listen, I know he got subbed off early, but I'm happy he did, because now he can take that goal, take that few good things that he did after he scored the goal, and he can take that into the next match, which the next match is against Atalanta. And that's not all. We saw Endrick even come off from the bench. He didn't do much. Did we even expect him to do anything? We also saw an academy product, Daniel Yanes, come up from the bench. And yeah, he didn't do much, but still, it's a great thing to see him make his debut. Many others also came on from the bench. We saw Asensio also come up. And overall, with this performance, we just have to look forward now. Let's not over-criticize players here, but we need to look forward. We even saw Jude Bellingham get injured. I hope it's not a serious one. And I hope that was just a precaution for him to play the next match. Because right now, there is good news. And what is the good news? Vinny Jr. is set to return. Vinny Jr. is back. The team is back. Vinny is going to perform again. So when we go into this Atalanta match, it is going to be a tough match. And I think if Real Madrid do lose against Atalanta, I think it's a wrap. I think Real Madrid's Champions League hopes are finished. And I think they might actually get knocked out in the league phase. So this is an absolute must win. We need Vinny Jr. at his best. We need Bellingham at his best. We need Mbappe at his best. And we need Arda Güler to do the things that he did in this game. We need to see him do it, but against Atalanta. But the thing is, Atalanta are unbeaten in the last 10 games. We are seeing the Catalara. He is having one of his best seasons ever. And I mean, this guy went from an AC Milan flop to now being a star by Atalanta. And I think he's going to be a big concern and a big danger in this game. Therefore, I think Asensio shouldn't play the next match, because I know people are upset Asensio didn't play, but we need Tchouaméni for that game. Tchouaméni showed a great display. We need Tchouaméni for the next match. And one of the big things that I think this game proved to us was that we need to trust in Carlo Ancelotti. I think this was an all-around good performance. We saw the defense perform. We saw the midfield perform. We saw the attack perform. I think this match was such a big positive, and now we can move on from here. Now we can keep Ancelotti. And another positive is obviously Kylian Mbappe's performance. So back to the Atalanta game. Do you start Arda Güler after that great display? I think you do. I think you do, because we've seen this many times with previous players. If they're in scoring form, if they are in good form, you play them for the next match as well. But since it was a good game, since Real Madrid are going to be back at the top, it's crazy how Barca won 4-0. They could have thrown away, they could have shot past with the league. The league could have been completely out of Real Madrid's reach. And then they bottled the league. Real Madrid can't mess this up. They need to win the next matches. They just have to. And we are having a true revival of Real Madrid season. And with all of that being said, let's get a rundown on this team. Thibaut Courtois, solid. He did so well, and I feel for Lunin. Lunin's gonna have to sit on the bench. But Courtois is in fantastic form. He's always in fantastic form. And Courtois had a great display. Ferland Mendy surprisingly also played well. Good defensively. He was even doing that thing that he always does, where he skills at the back, which I hate. I hate when he does it. But overall, Ferland Mendy was good. Lucas Vazquez was also very good. Made some good tackles. Good passing as well. He connected well with Arda Güler. They did some great passes together. Lucas Vazquez was very good. Rudiger was yet another solid display, and I can't really complain. Did good defensively. Now sure, those Girona attackers were not the best. Missed multiple chances. Tchouaméni brought us back with that performance. He brought us back to where we were, where we can trust Tchouaméni now. And overall, a great display from Tchouaméni. Luka Modric had an MVP performance. It was such a great performance that they had to keep Real Madrid back to test Luka Modric for doping. Like they thought he was on drugs. They thought he was on something with how good he was performing. Valverde, to me, a solid display. He made up for his mistake against Bilbao, and overall good from Valverde. Jude Bellingham was the star of the show. I think he was the most valuable player. He scored a goal, assisted a goal, and overall he's a great leader for Real Madrid's future. Arda Güler's goal was very good, and positives to take into the Atalanta game. Positives to take overall from Arda Güler, and maybe this is his chance to finally break into the starting 11. Brahim Diaz, I think, had a A mid performance. And when I say mid, I just think it was decent, to be honest. Of course, it's not the best Brahim Diaz, but still he did some good things in the match. Great display. Kylian Mbappe. He had a terrible first half. Terrible. Slipping, missing shots, missing kicks even, getting brushed aside by defenders. He even got booked for complaining. So you can add all of that together. But second half, when Bellingham got taken off, Mbappe scores, steps up, and then performs for the rest of the game until he got subbed off. Mbappe impressed. And now we're starting to see Mbappe get back to where he was. So for all of you Mbappe haters, unfortunately, you're gonna have to watch the next match to see if he drops a stinker. But this match, he definitely did not drop a stinker. And that's my thoughts on the match. What are your thoughts on the match? But up here's a new video. If you enjoyed, smash like, subscribe, turn on notifications. Peace.